Final question, Frank. I'm going to move you away from the boxing scene. I know you're a massive Arsenal fan. What do you make of the current situation and the rumours that Mikel Arteta's set to be the new manager of Arsenal?
Well, I think the problem. I think Arsenal are terrible. I think the club, and it emanates from the top. I think the owners are bad owners. I don't think they're football people. They don't seem to understand what we as fans want. You know, when they built that stadium, which 10 years ago was in that, 10 years ago they built that stadium. That was supposed to make us compete with all the top clubs. We was a top club when we was at Highbury. We moved there and we listened to all the stuff about, you know, they need sensible financial footing, etc. There's not been a great investment in the team and in the club. I think in Wenger's years the team declined. Emery wasn't the man for the job. They've got some players there who are leaderless. There's a couple of good players there. There's a couple of players who are just, their heart's not in it. It's just a total joke. I've never seen such a poor team. This team that I'm watching now is the worst team I've seen. I've been going now since 1959.
What are the chances of Frank Warren perhaps maybe taking over Arsenal Football Club or even putting a cheeky bid in to buy the club?
I wish I had the money to do it. I mean, but it needs sorting out. There's a real director there. Who's a real football man, Ken Fryer, who I've got the utmost respect for. But these other guys, I don't know what their background is in football. I don't know if they know anything about football. Up to now, what I'm watching, they don't seem they do. The club is rudderless, leaderless. You know, when you look at Spurs, they built and they're our enemies. Our arch rivals.
They might be going places under.
Well, you got to look at that. They built a stadium. I think they built a stadium like Arsenal built a stadium. They played at that stadium for 3/4 of the season. They never had no money, or they didn't spend any money on transfers, but they managed to qualify for Europe. They did that, which we didn't do, and we've been in our stadium for 10 years, which is supposed to put us on this great financial footing. They get rid of their manager, Pochettino, got rid of him. But before they get rid of him, they got another one in place in another proven manager in Mourinho. What do? We get rid of Emery, get rid of all his team, and you put Freddie Ljungberg in there, throw him in the deep end. He's never been a manager. Throw him in the deep end without a coaching staff. Mm-hmm. What brains trust is doing this?
Does this kind of like go to show that the Arsenal board are more or less interested in making money than rather bringing success to the club?
They're losing money because it's a decline. You know, they may be lucky to, you know, they may not, if they get knocked out of UEFA, they'll be lucky to qualify for Europa. They're at the top four. And that's been their bar level, isn't it, for God knows how many years. Let's finish in the top floor, which is, for me, is not what it's all about. It should be about let's win the Premiership. You know, and that's reflected now that you go there and there's a lot of empty seats. People are not going. They might have bought their season tickets, but they're not going. And are they going to renew them? We need to see something happen there dramatically. And I don't know if Arteta's is the answer. He may be, he may not. But one thing I am disappointed with, they've not gone out and done what a club of their ilk should have done, which is go and buy you're talking about buying players, go and buy a top manager. They haven't done that. And I mean, what on earth they bought Pepe for 72 million, you know, when that was never our problem. Our problem is our defence. And the midfield's not too clever. That's where they should have been spending money. So the whole thing for me is poor. When we're struggling with, you know, no disrespect to Norwich, they played their heart out. When you're playing teams like Norwich and you're struggling, I mean, even West Ham, up until we had that little spur, we would be in Southampton. You can name all these clubs. They're all. No one's frightened of playing Arsenal anymore. And what an abysmal performance it was against Man City.
Frank, I have to ask you this question. What is your your thoughts on fan TVs, like, for example, AFTV? What's your thoughts on it? Because a lot of people, you know, in the public seem to think that fan TV causes a bad vibe around the club.
Well, look, people are not stupid. At the end of the day, people have their watch something and they can form their own opinions. You know, it's sometimes insulting to people saying that you can't let these people have their say. I mean, I know the guy who runs Robbie. I know him who runs it. So you know, he's doing what he's doing and he's getting people to vent their spleen. At the end of the day, what everyone's got to think about is that the fans pay their money, like they do in boxing, and they're entitled to their opinions, because at the end of the day, without the fans, none of these people have any jobs. So you got to respect them for that.